DC, in my mind, this is the most dominant force in the MMA game today. The undisputed UFC Lightweight Champion, your AKA teammate, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, and for Khabib, it's the well-rounded skill set that has propelled him to one of the longest undefeated streaks in mixed martial arts history. No missteps, no mistakes, no underestimation of opponents, always prepared, always ready to go, and he can rely on the coaching he gets, also on the ability that he has to carry him to victory time and time again. Wrestling, Sambo.
You ready?
All right, so the fight is now underway. On one side, you have a fighter who does everything well, taking on a true grappler on the other side. Going to be interesting to see how long he can keep it up with.
I mean, Damian Maia may be the most specialist type of grappler in the UFC. This guy resembles him in a number of ways. Let's see how he manages this fight against a guy that can do just about everything inside the octagon.
Man, he's timing his shots nicely. It's like Tom Brady out there. He hasn't missed the target.
I mean, you insist on bringing in Tom Brady. Stop it, John, stop it.
And he landed the right hand there.
Great punch. Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick. Nice body kick.
All right, so 1 minute into the fight, we've got a full-on brawl here, DC. It's great for the fans, not necessarily for the gas tank if this thing goes much longer.
Not great for the gas tank and not good for the old noggin. You can't take so many upside the head. Somebody's going to sleep.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman. Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one up?
Right punches there. Oh, that's a beautiful strike there by Khabib. Don't call him a one-trick pony.
Don't call him a one-trick pony, John, because he isn't. He is a guy that is able to mix everything up inside the octagon.
So just over 20 total strikes. So now landed for Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Can't take many of those, you better check. Liver kick, if you take those... Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be, and if you do that, most times you will block the shot that's incoming.
The Korean Superboy going for the leg kick. Nothing doing there.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Strong defense here as the hook to the head is blocked. Nice placement there on the left hook counter.
Beautiful body kick. Oh, wow, those leg kicks are already taking effect.
Oh, tagged him with the uppercut.
Big shot to the head. Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Oh, nice punch there by Choi. Big left hook coming, it's blocked.
Don't wait, he's first.
90 seconds now remain in the round. Oh, and he caught the kick.
He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows.
Well, he's always working off of that jab. Nice jab there by the Korean Superboy.
Way to hide that leg kick.
Just unable to quite find that range. Under a minute to go. Choi's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling.
Oh, that's a nice strike.
Well, you start to really worry about the wrestling, and there's that left hand from Khabib.
Underrated. I mean, it's a very underrated part of his game, his ability to stand and strike with anybody in the UFC. Good jab.
Oh, clipped him with the overhand.
That was a thudding leg kick.
Nice kick landed there by Nurmagomedov.
Put your hands up higher. Come on.
Slips to avoid the right.
Punch over the top.
Oh, beautiful job by him there. Maybe the opponent was expecting the straight punch, and he goes to the hook.
Mike Tyson used to have some of the best hooks in boxing, and this young man tonight is throwing them with that type of intensity.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the highlights from those previous 5 minutes, DC, and no padding, no glove on that foot.
No glove, no padding, and look at the hip action when he throws those kicks. He's not only kicking just for feel, he's really trying to damage his opponent. And as the fight goes longer, you will start to see it taking effect. Big head kick lands. Yes, they heard him in the last round. Same exact one.
Nice punch by Nurmagomedov. Good series of strikes for him there, staying busy and staying accurate.
I mean, the accuracy is unbelievable.
Oh, and a nice jab by him there, and that's going to give his opponent some problems if that keeps landing.
He's having a tough time getting his offense going because that jab is just stopping him every time.
Punch is blocked. Oh, that's a good right hand. And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Get busy with those hands now, man. Come on, let him go.
Just misses with the right.
Nice punch lands over the top.
Choi's overhand punch to the head doesn't get to the target. He telegraphed that one, and it gets blocked. Just out of range with the big right hand. All right, so he's landed some good shots tonight, but this is not a combo meal, right? No three-piece, no soda. It's one and done more often than not.
John, don't you come to me without a combo. I want the whole platter. Give him the whole platter, young man. Put some punches together. Make this guy take the whole thing. Give him more than one strike. You have now found a setup punch. The jab is landing consistently. Find something that's going to go behind it. Oh, big punch lands.
That's a pretty good right hand there by your teammate, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
You're so worried about the wrestling that when the hands come, you're not expecting it. And Khabib lands early and he lands often.
Lands a nice straight punch there. Now we'll see if he can follow it up.
What do you follow up a great punch like this with? I'm excited to see what happens.
Man, as he landed a high volume of strikes here in round 2, definitely picking up the pace after round 1. So he got the message from the corner, and now he is taking control of this second round. Oh, nice punch there by the Korean Superboy.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
Oh, beautiful straight right hand. Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting the head and sort of maybe letting his opponent gas out a little bit with all the volume.
His opponent sees the target, but he can't get to the target. So he'll continue to throw, and he'll continue to wear on his own gas tank. Nice leg kick.
Nurmagomedov gets caught with that punch. Not the easiest guy in the world to hit, but he got caught there. Nice counter there with the left hand, snaps it off beautifully.
Nice head kick.
Whiffs on that offering. Oh, roundhouse. Talk to me about that kick.
He is throwing his entire body into that kick to the point that he turned all the way around before he can face his opponent again.
Nice punch by Nurmagomedov.
I mean, he's cutting them down to size with these beautiful leg kicks.
Another shot lands upstairs. Straight right hand, no good. Left hand is true. That will absolutely work.
He throws it like a piston, back and forth. He's landing that beautiful left hand.
Beautiful technique on the straight right hand. Well, Javier Mendez, Tony Johnson, all the guys at AKA, gotta like what they're seeing out of Khabib Nurmagomedov striking here early, DC.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Choi's lower jaw very swollen now. Time to bite down on the mouthpiece and move forward.
There's no give on that leg kick.
Man, looks like he's trying to set records here, landing all of these strikes. He is aggressive to a fault and really has been all night long as he continues to pour it on. Got to be careful here, though, not to gas out.
You can really limit the mobility of your opponent with those leg kicks. What a punch.
Keep your hands up for me. Come on now. Let's move. Let's recompose. Stay focused.
Throws a big right hand, but doesn't find its home.
Beautiful body kick.
With the straight, beautifully placed there by Choi. All right, so an entertaining 5 minutes. Let's look back at some of the highlights, DC, and I'd imagine a lot of these replays are going to be rooted in that kicking game that was on full display.
Absolutely. You're going to see a lot of different techniques, but the kicking was the key to him getting ahead in this fight. He's out ahead now. He needs to stay the course and continue to do that as the fight goes on.
All right, DC, buckle up. Here we go with our next round. High number of kicks landed in the previous round, and he'll look to keep it going.
He'll look to keep winning the fight with his kicks. He's throwing high kicks, leg kicks, body kicks. He's even throwing a couple spin kicks in there. This guy is so educated with fighting with his legs.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down. Scary, scary proposition for the opponent.
Great punch landed with so much power.
Just misses with the jab.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Goes to the body there. Kick to the body by Nurmagomedov. Straight right is there. Straight right hand now just misses. Snags him with the uppercut.
He's got to start moving his head. He cannot take this many shots to the head. Good punch.
Timely defense there. Huge block for him. Well, he's looking for that left hand, just out of range, though, with it.
Big kick lands.
Visibly limping here.
Let it go now.
Good punch land.
Three minutes to go in round three. Well, not sure if he's lighter on his feet or what it is, but these last couple of rounds, he's been far more aggressive, a lot more pressure. Oh, he's really starting to light him up now. Really timing his shots nicely, good tempo, very accurate, finding the range with relative ease.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of really overwhelming his opponent with activity. Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down. Big punch lands through the middle.
Oh, nice slip there to avoid the punch by the Korean Superboy.
All right, take your time, relax, breathe.
Just missing on the high kick there. Nice straight right lands. Just misses there with the left. Lands with the kick there, no pad on that foot.
No shin guard. He's taking all of that kick every time he goes.
And both guys really throwing with authority. Nice punch there by Choi. well-worked counter jab to the head by Nurmagomedov. All right, so a good job defensively by him here as he raises the guard and prevents any damage.
Shades of James Toney. Always seeing things coming at him. He's such a great defensive fighter.
Well, we wondered earlier why there weren't as many body strikes. He's making up for lost time here. Shot to the body connects, and that bears watching. That's going to hurt this opponent.
Good stick.
Lands with a right hand. Oh, and he tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Nurmagomedov. Well, straight right hand has been a good weapon for him. He misses with it there. Yeah, left hook found its target. Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson 1 in boxing class, hands up, chin down.
Right hook attempt, that's a miss. 20 seconds left. Oh, he continues to land a high number of strikes in this round. Really hasn't let up when it comes to his aggressiveness. Certainly have to be mindful that you don't gas out, but you gotta like the output on display here.
Nice punch land.
And that'll do it. 15 minutes in the books. All right, let's check out some of the action now from that previous round, and he really kept finding a home for those kicks.
Yeah, and why would you change it? If your opponent is not going to check, if he's going to stand there and he's not on his toes and he's stationary, you keep driving those kicks into his thighs, into his body until he makes some sort of adjustment.
All right, here we go with our next round, DC. Pretty good game plan in the previous round. Attacked the body to great effect, and we'll look to continue to do so here.
He has done a great job of making the investment to the body that may not pay dividends early, but as the fight goes long, you will see it start to pay itself out.
Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take.
Hands up, hands up.
Oh, nice strike landed there by the Korean Super Bowl.
Use your footwork now. It's okay.
Ooh, what a head kick.
All right, let's go. Let's get those hands going now.
Back and forth we go here. Nice defense there. Huge block.
That right hand hurt him a little bit. It's very tricky when he throws that body kick.
All right, so he lands a jab there. Pretty nicely done, DC.
You can really control a fight just knowing how to fight behind your jab.
Oh, lands another punch there. Not a mean guy. He's just doing the smart thing.
Oh, he has to be attacking that cut, John. I mean, if he's not, then he's doing his opponent a favor. Attack that cut. Make him pay for it.
All right, stay in there, buddy. Recompose. Use your footwork, and let's get focused.
Trying to hammer that lead leg.
Keep those hands up.
Oh, just out of range with that right hand.
Nice strike.
How about that shin?
Relax, relax.
Oh, nice hook by him there.
How many times can this young man land this particular punch?
Well, from a striking standpoint, he has put it all together tonight. He has landed a ton of significant strikes, and pretty easy fight, I would think, for the judges to score.
It's a pretty easy fight to score. Tonight was a night where everything went right, and that doesn't happen very often.
Position.
Choi gets caught with that punch. He's treading water now. Got to find a way to move those feet. Lands a big elbow there. Punch coming, it's blocked. Wind it up on the right there to no avail.
Let's focus. Let's focus now.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Down, hands up.
just misses with the straight right.
Straight punch lands.
Oh, significant strike attempt there, but a huge block.
Liver kick.
That strike blocked by Nurmagomedov.
Put your hands up higher. Come on.
Over and over, he's landing these big body kicks.
Wow. Oh, he slipped well there to avoid the left hand coming back. The Korean Superboy gets caught with that punch. His chin is held up thus far. Gotta shore up the defense here, though. Under 1 minute remains in round 4. All right, good job by him there to raise the guard and protect his head.
He's doing a good job of keeping the guard high, blocking his head, making sure he's not taking those damaging strikes up top.
Hard shots landing on both sides here. And just misses with that big right hand.
Big punch land.
Ooh, and he caught the kick. Looked like he might have landed there. Instead, a swing and a miss by Nurmagomedov. Oh, wicked nice leg kick there, DC.
Can't take too many of those. Jeez Louise.
10 seconds to go in round 4. He lands flush with that right hand. Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4, 20 minutes in the books. All right, a lot of tremendous striking action in that last round, DC. I know you don't have a telestrator, but take us through the replay.
I mean, I would love to have my telestrator right now. That was a great display of high-level mixed martial arts striking. Both combatants stood toe-to-toe and let it all hang out.
All right, here we go as our next round gets underway. His strong leg packs so much power that even when he doesn't throw it full throttle, you see he's able to inflict damage. We'll see if he can keep it going here in this.
He doesn't throw it full power, but even when he feints it, he draws out reactions from his opponents because they don't want to get hit with any more of those kicks. It's a sight to behold.
Nice leg kick there by Choi. Nice job by the fighter here to continue to block the shots coming his way. You think he's trying to sort of fatigue his opponent here a little bit?
He's kind of watching and seeing everything that's happening in front of him. Later, you'll see him start to throw counter after blocking shots. Nice punch there. Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Oh, tags him with that uppercut. Now we'll see if he can follow it up.
Great punch. What does he follow that uppercut with next time? He lands it so effectively. Head kick.
Flush right hand is true. Well, he misses with the left punch there.
Nice. Big leg kick land.
Tags him with the left. Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. Oh, hook to the head by Nurmagomedov.
Nice kick.
Man, look at the redness starting to appear on the left side of his body. His opponent would be wise to continue to attack there. Much improved defensively as he blocks the shot. Under 3 minutes now to go in this one.
Hands higher, hands higher.
Well, he put so much stock into this fight, and now we're late in the game, and if he doesn't get a finish, this opportunity goes by the board.
I mean, it's almost over. Right now, he's got to start throwing everything he can find at his opponent and hope that he can force a mistake and overwhelm his opponent to try to get a finish. Beautiful strike.
Well, looks as though his leg is hurt here. You can even see him limping a little bit. Oh, beautiful jab by him there. Got that to the target quickly.
He's dictating the fight with a jab.
Body kick now by Nurmagomedov. Choi gets caught by that flush straight. Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment.
Oh! Back to the feet. Oh, he might be out. Back and forth we go. Oh, good job defensively to block the strike there by Nurmagomedov. 90 seconds to go in the fight.
Look at the turnover in that kick.
Beautiful right hook counter.
Look at the force behind that leg kick.
Whiffs on the straight right hand. Oh, strong hook to the head there by Nurmagomedov. Stand and cheer, ladies and gentlemen. What a fight.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was a good night if that landed. Oh! He's hurt bad.
Back to the feet. What a 15 minutes put forth. All right, so a lot to like over the distance of that fight tonight. Clearly, we think we saw one guy win the fight and largely got it done with the striking.
Yeah, he got it done with the striking. And that's exactly what he's known for. He's known as a guy that's so comfortable whenever he's in the stand-up. And that showed tonight as he truly outworked his opponent.